Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. And the Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it. You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. The run inside. It's Frazier. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Inside the touchdown Bulldog. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's McAllister. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Sellers through the noise. Taking a shot on the first play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
They're dealing with a second and long. Throwing Sellers. Quickly complete. Got 9 yards on the play. It leaves him with 3rd and a yard. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
On that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier, inbounds, and getting him down, now setting up 4th.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. 4th down, Sellers. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Again, it's Sellers. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He's got it again. And tackled there by the defense.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He might want another play. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs. And now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the 3rd play of this drive, 3rd down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Here's a heat. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Finds his man. Breaks into the open. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Just threw that one way too far.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback making checks. They'll go back to the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. No good. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will be a little bit closer this time. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Cotler, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Here's Sellers to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
crowd trying to help keep them there. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that.
Going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield, like they did right there. But give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Handoff for Frazier. There's a little room there. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. On third down, here's Frazier. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like, stopping the run game. Like, they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Stockton. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Hauls it in. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Georgia looking to convert this fourth down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the try is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Sellers unloads to the wideout, and they can't make the connection.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Throws to the tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the deep? And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Scoop and score! Touchdown, South Carolina!
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical, the offense. Able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Play fake, Sellers. Here's the pressure. Looking for his man in the middle. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection.
Number 91, set to kick this one off.
He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Sellers on the play action. Rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Throws to the wideout. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking to the sidelines. There's not a lot of juice, man. They haven't been able to get going and put drives together and score points. They've got to find something, because this game's starting to creep along, and they really need to make something happen.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
A A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Throwing Sellers. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense has it, they're on the move. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
This is just complimentary football, and we're seeing it now. Offense scoring points and the defense doing their job. Great job flying to the ball, forcing that football loose, picking it up, convoy to go score, David. Everything going their way.
Everything going their way, making plays, and this offense is going to have to find some answers. Now dug yourself a hole. Going to get in predominantly passing situations. This offense has got to find something fast.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Here's Sellers to throw. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
This time on target. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing.
He lets one fly deep. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Sellers to the air again. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it for a big play. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
The defense has the lead, and they're playing like it right now. I mean, they're pinning their ears back in these passing situations. They're not worried at all about the run game. They're just getting up the field, and they're getting to this quarterback.
Sellers. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Inside the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he
Stadium in Athens. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. This conference matchup between two teams that do not like each other very much is a great way to get things started here in the conference. I'll keep you posted on the energy and atmosphere at the half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside, it's Smothers. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Arch is going to throw for it. Fires to the right. Coleman open on the right. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Still on his feet. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. And the offense didn't need to accept a penalty thanks to that big play. They'll go to the counter. Makes it past the marker. Turning it on. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Arch Madness. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Manning to throw for it on 4th. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Here's Arch to throw. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Here's a give to Frazier. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. The 20. The 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Texas.
Man, linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll run the counter. Finding some room. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Pressure coming. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Texas offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Dances away. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To throw, Manning. Looking for his man. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Going deep. It's caught. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39. Line.
And they find the big play wide receiver again. This guy has been featured early, and it looks like it's going to be often. Already over 100 yards, still in the second quarter. He is having himself a day.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Finds his man. It's Wingo. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Nice cut, nice timing between quarterback and wide receiver. That out route has to be pushed towards the sideline. The sideline's your friend. You don't want to miss short where the DB can make a play. Great throw, great catch.
Trying to run, it's Brown. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Again, it's Brown. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. 4th down, Manning. Moving out of the pocket. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Georgia, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hope.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Quick release on the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Throws to the tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
27. Georgia, 7.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Escapes the pressure going right. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Pocket breaking down. He's going to run it. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the back. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
That keeps the score. Texas, 27, Georgia.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Here's Manning to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Wide. Move. Go.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Fires to the middle. With the catch, it's Frazier. Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Ready. Motion.
To the air on 1st down. Throwing right. A strike downfield. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Got a little grass.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give to Frazier. There he goes. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The offense set for a first down play. Makes the catch. It's Humphries. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Looking to throw at Stockton. They're working that left side. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Under fire. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. And the field goal unit is on the field. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. All points are important, guys, but that one still leaves you with a 3-possession deficit down by 17. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Throwing Manning. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it down the field. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Run in the red zone, it's Brown. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Motion from the wide receiver. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
Second and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and fourth and third down and goal situation.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Manning to throw for it on fourth. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly.
Makes the catch and he's free. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there and they're down to the 24. And the Dogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here.
27.
Start with a first down. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback, get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation, play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Quick release by the QB. Breaks it. Headed to the end zone. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Frazier. He is denied, and it'll be second and goal.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
And with that stop by this defense, now I think it's interesting because obviously the scoreboard, multiple possessions, what I need to accomplish. Do you kick it now because it's a long yardage 4th down situation, or do you say, nope, I'm going for the touchdown?
The snap sets up to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The run inside. It's Smothers. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. As we check in with Holland.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Looking for that first down on 30 short from the 28. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Firing to the right, complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Manning with the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running inside, it's Smothers.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Manning. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're lighting up the scoreboard, guys, because this QB already has over 200 yards passing, and they're not going to stop at this point. They're having success. So the defense, somebody's got to step up and make a play the way that guy did just there. Ball thrown deep down the field. It's you versus the other guy. Who's going to win? Can the defense now turn this thing around?
Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Manning. fires to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
They're wanting to pile up some extra points. He'll try to, maybe some room here. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Rogers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Gonna run it. It's Hill. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Alabama quickly back to the line. Throwing Mack. He lobs one high down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
I'm a huge fan of offensive aggressiveness to start a football game. I think the defense is getting settled in. They play up a little bit. They play a little bit more aggressive. They got more emotion, and the offense takes advantage. Nice big play over the top. Stay aggressive, offense.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down.
2-14 close.
Toss sweep to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Austin Mack on the run, fires downfield. Complete to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
In the red area, it's Hill. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing. Execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Pulls and fired complete. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Now, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
Hunt is on its way. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. On the run, it's Hill. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The give on the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Mack. He's going for the big play. And it's caught inside the 30.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Ben.
They try to get it outside on the left. Got enough for the first. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Throwing Mack. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Looks as if he's going to run it. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead the offense is out there on 4th down. They'll move the tight end. Mack to throw for it on 4th. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you could see sitting back in cover 2, understanding I got to get in my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker, nice pick.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Sets up the screen. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
That is a risky time in play call. Running a running back screen backed up like that, it did not fool anybody on defense. They converge right away, get him down, and they steal 2 points.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Austin Mack makes the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out and be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Stepping to the right. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Spits it out to the back. With the catch, it's Frazier. The Bulldogs will use their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Looking to throw for it. He's got the back in the middle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
QB's by 6. No gain on the play. Second down.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw at Stockton. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. You saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Mack fires to the right. Finds his man. It's Edwards. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Stockton. Got it in the middle, it's Humphreys. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, here's Frazier. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged out of the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
Man, this quarterback's got a short-term memory, boy. After the interception on the last drive, that looked so ugly, but he's come out and he's been able to turn the page. 4 for 4 now on this drive, throwing it. He's got himself right back in, locked in a really, really nice rhythm. I don't think you have anything to worry about if you're the head coach looking at your quarterback, seeing how he's responded to that mistake on the last drive.
Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Off play action. Here's the heat. And it's a sack.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the third down and goal.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's 4th down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll cut the lead to 13.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Pulls and fires complete. Turning it on!
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Throwing Mack. Under fire. On the run deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in his hands.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Back to throw, it's Mack. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Again, it's Mack. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Alabama quickly back to the line. Austin Mack shoots it to the left. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Handoff, Frazier running left. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Got his man on the right. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. To the air. It's Stockton. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Escapes the pressure to his right. Tight end finds a soft spot. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
He'll get rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
The change now on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now through the play caller and certainly through the quarterback that you're going to have time to throw.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on 4th down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter 4th down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Here's the pressure. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Makes the grab in their space. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Mack. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. To the air, it's Stockton. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's pushed out of bounds at the 13 and gives this offense a little room to work.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Rush is on him.
Plays like that are the type of plays that win you games. Bottom line, here we are, it's late. It's a close game. It's a huge 3rd down, and somebody's got to step up and make the play.
Deep into the 4th quarter of this game, down by 6, they'll have to go for it on 4th down. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. A 6-point game getting very deep in the fourth quarter, and the offense desperately needing to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the move at the 30. There he goes. He's at the 30. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
Just an extra point away from taking the lead late. And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Mack. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Back to throw, it's Mack. He wants a big play here late. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun on third down, it's Mack. Finds his big tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Back open in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
A lot of times late in games, you see this by defenses. They're going to drop back, and they're going to take away all the deep stuff, trying to take away all the passing lanes. Nice job getting to your running back, letting him get positive.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.